All right. Again, this is Donald Kaisamba with Kaisamba Agency. We're here to talk about um, what we need to know when we're doing the inbound process that we should be starting within the next 48 hours. Now, I believe uh, some of my friends from one of the inbound call center we're going to be using, they should be coming on board tomorrow at 1 p.m. 1 p.m. 1:30 to discuss navigation through the system. All right, so let's go. Let's say you're in the system. Your phone rings. You're supposed to. He will cover that part, or I will get back to that again. Now, when you're looking at the script, it says here, "Good morning, good afternoon. May I speak with first last name?" You don't really need to address that. You don't need to talk about that. I'm talking about this. What is it? Um, I'm talking about this portion right here. Good morning, good afternoon. May I speak with? You don't need to address that, especially because you're talking to an inbound. You're supposed to be getting an inbound. So when the call rings or your phone rings, the information should pop up on the customer's laptop. I mean, the information should pop up on your laptop, and then you see the client's information. So you can refer to that client. Let's say if the client's name is Bob. Let's say if the client name is Bob. So we put Bob right here. Okay. So you'll be like, "Hi Bob, my name is Donald. I'm the live agent that received your request for either final expense, term insurance, or mortgage quotes that you recently spoke with one of our telemarketers about, or that you recently spoke with one of our agents about. How are you doing today?" All right. Um, this is what you say to that. "I am with the life division of Kaisamba and Associates. We work with over 20 rated carriers. We work with over 20 top rated life insurance companies. My reason for receiving your call today is to get a better understanding of exactly what you are looking for, which will allow me to pull up some rates for you to get your goal accomplished." Now you can ask the customer. You can go back to the script, and then you can reiterate to the client over the phone. "Now, Bob, the request came over showing that you're looking for an amount of $30,000. Is that correct?" Okay. If they say yes, then you don't have to worry about it. If they say no, you can ask them exactly how much coverage are you looking for. I can put together whatever amount you like. I mean, we can go up to 10 million if they like. We can stop at 20, 30, 40, 50,000. So you get to ask them that. Now, once they've decided, they've talked about the qualifying questions, of course, and then 1 second. And then we can scroll down. uh, and then we can scroll down. I don't know where my stuff. Okay, that's because I got the pointers on. So hold on. Erase all drawings. Cancel that. And okay. 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 Awesome. Now I'm back. So well, we work with over 20 we work with over 20 top rated insurance companies. My reason for calling today or my reason for speaking to you today is to get a better understanding of exactly what you're looking for, which will allow me to pull up some rates for you to get your goals accomplished. While you're talking to them, you say, now, Bob, the request that came over shows you're looking for this amount. Is that correct? Okay, great. No. Exactly how much coverage are you looking for? I can put together whatever amounts you like. Okay. While you're talking to them, now you say, well, okay, Bob, I must ask you a few questions. Let me quickly verify some information about you. I have you residing in the state of California. Is that correct? Now you're looking at the screen of your data log, and you're just confirming. I have you residing in the state of California. Is that correct? Right. I have your date of birth as whatever that is, 10/06, 1900. I have your age as this. Your height is 5 feet 5 inches, and your weight is 200 pounds. And then you're going to tell them to assist me in choosing the best plan at the right monthly payment for you, Bob. I'll be asking a few health questions. Are you on any medication right now? Have you been in the hospital in the past year? Do you have any other medical condition? Do you have any history of cancer, heart attack, heart surgery, stent, or stroke? You let them answer. If they give you a yes or no answer, then that should be able to determine what kind of plan that what kind of plan you should have them. Right here is where you should be able to tell. You should be looking at whether they are going to be an AIG candidate, whether they're going to be a Phoenix candidate, or whether you're going to need to reach out to me for additional resource based on what they tell you here. So you should have your little notepad on the side where it talks about, are you on any medication right now? You need to write it down, yes or no. Have you been in the hospital in the past year? Yes or no. Do you have any other medical condition? Yes or no. Do you have any history of cancer, heart attack, heart surgery, stents, or stroke? Once they ask those questions, this here where it says insurance questions, let me get my pointer. Okay. This here where it says insurance questions right here, that's what you want to cover to determine what kind of policy amount you should get them. So like the policy amount, the face amount, what kind of policy amount? Is it a $20,000 policy? Is it a $30,000 policy? Is it a $1 million policy? These questions here determine what kind of face amount you should get the client. So here you go. Do you currently have any life insurance in place? If yes, what is the face amount of that policy? What were you looking to cover with this policy, like pay off the house, handle your final expenses, and leave something to the spouse or kids? Do you have anything that will leave outstanding debt if you were to pass away today? Credit cards, auto loans, home loans, IRS, or school loans? Great. If they answer that question, here you are here to put the plan. This is you're doing right here. You're putting the plan together. PUT. Okay. You put the plan together. Okay. After you've done that, and then you're gonna go right here. Have done for you guys. If you come here and you go to the website www.kaisambalifeandhealth.com, you're able to see the website portion. And now on the website, you can go to more and you go to premium quotes. Okay. In the premium quote area, you should be able to see this little search engine now. This is where we use it. Now, you've confirmed where the client is. You got that information. Now, the client is in Georgia. Their date of birth is April 5th, 1960. They are a female. They smoke, yes or no? You're trying to get them a plan for $50,000. Okay, level death benefit. Level means that they haven't told you any kind of issue. They don't have any medical issue. Graded and modified, it just means that they have some issues. Guaranteed issue means AIG. Your traditional and simple whole life, which just means your whole life, like American National or something like that. Okay, so let's say here nothing is wrong with the client. They want a $50,000 coverage based on what they have answered or based on what they have said. You just go to my website, you pull up that information, you click get the quote now, bam. Now, as you can see here, some of these companies you guys may not have. So do not give the client the information of what you don't have. Give them Phoenix if that's what you have. And if everybody that's with the agency right now have the option to write Phoenix. American National, Standard Life, those are the two other companies that we're going to be working with. But as you can see here, Phoenix Remembrance Life, it's a competitive price. It's at 142. It's at 142. Okay. So as you can see here, Phoenix 142. This should be your guy right here that you should quote the client for the $50,000 policy. Now, some of you guys don't have American National yet. Some of you guys don't have Standard Life, but I do work with them. And if we need them for some reason, give me a call. We'll eventually you guys will get them. But right now, you would try to write those guys, and that's where you would do. Now, what I will suggest, as you can see here, those are options. Let's see. These are options right here where you can PDF this quote, you can fax the quote, you can text it to the client. Now, you don't want to use these options until like somebody says, oh, well, I'm not sure, or I need to think about it, blah, blah, blah. But, if, these options are not required because it's a live call only when you are on that point where you cannot do X, Y, Z. It's where you can come up here and you say, okay, well, Mrs. Jones don't want to do this. Mrs. Jones don't want to do that. I'm going to email the quote. I'm going to print it. I'm going to PDF it. I'm going to fax it. I'm going to text it. I think text it would be great. If the person is old school or whatever, you can email it to them. You can PDF it, whatever you want to do. I put it all on the site for you guys to do that when you're on the script. Client, you've asked the client qualifying questions, and now after the qualifying questions, you've gone to assist me in choosing the best plan at the right moment, at the right monthly payment for you. I'll be asking a few health questions. You've already done that. You've asked them these questions, and you've come all the way here to ask them what amount you should get. Now you're going to explain how the plan works. Okay. Now you've chosen Phoenix. You've chosen American National. These process right here, guys. This right here, it should only be when you're ready to write Phoenix. When you're ready to write Phoenix, or you're ready to write American National. That's when you should do those pitch. Okay. So you come here and then you say, now let me explain how our plans operate. We work with large life insurance companies that have been in business over 50 years and have maintained a perfect A rating, which signifies the company's financial strength and ability to pay claims. The true beauty of these particular policies is that they come standard with the living benefits, which means if you were to have a critical or terminal illness, you'll be able to access up to 95% of the policy face amount while you're still alive to help cover medical expenses, monthly bills, or whatever else you may need the money for. Hence, our plans do not only cover death. Another excellent feature about our plans, Mrs. Jones, is there are terms simplified issue plans, which means no blood or urine test is required. Information is pulled from your prescription history report and the Medical Information Bureau, also we call it MIB. Hence, it is very important that the information you give me is accurate. What are you doing here? What are you doing right here, guys? This is what you're doing. If the information is accurate, okay, and they're cheap, mind you, one of the things about the United States, it's very competitive. There's a lot of other companies out there, so you got to make sure you're competitive. So what did I tell you about the last class? We talked about safe harbor term. Remember I told you guys that simplified, but it's not so simplified, but you can write it because the client is cheap and they want a better price, a better deal. So that's your thing right there. So when you go there and you say, another excellent feature about our plan is that they're term simplified issue plans, which means no blood or urine test is required. Information is pulled from your prescription history report and the Medical Information Bureau. Hence, it is very important that the information you give me is accurate to ensure we choose a plan that you'll be approved for and at the same premium that I will be discussing with you. Gotta do your homework. If you talk to a client or you help a client and your price is way off, no, sometimes it's not our fault, but that can affect your deal. If there is no request for additional information, the approval process takes about 24 to 48 hours. Tell your client that. Tell your client that. If there is no additional request for additional information, the approval process may take about 24 to 48 hours. Tell them about that. Upon approval, and you will receive the contract in the mail. I will call you after you receive the contract to go over the benefits to ensure that all information is accurate and is as we have discussed. Amen? All right, there you go. So we're going to go to the next. Then you can go ahead and do your quote or info provided. Remember, after you've done your script, you've talked about all this stuff, don't let them run you into price. They need to know what you're selling. You need to know what they want, whether it's for credit card bills, auto loans, home loans, IRS, school loans. You need to know what they're working with financially. You have to explain all that stuff. So you keep going and you keep going. And then now it's time to quote. First, I have some excellent news for you. The company that came back with the best rate in your area. What's the name of the company that came back with the best rate in your area? The company that came back with the best rate in your area, Mrs. Jones, is Phoenix. Phoenix came back with the best rate. They had a whole life, remembrance life for $142.74. The client is April 5th, 1960. You get this information right here. I just posted it on the website. You can go in there and that's your puppy. Okay. So here we go. I'm going to go back to the script. So we go, you give them their quote, and then you have to tell them, um, I am showing a face amount, term or whole life policy will run you at X amount of dollars. Does that fit into your budget? Perfect. If they say yes, if they say no, what is your comfortable monthly budget? Means, do you want me to reduce it? So if a client tells you, well, they tell you, well, Susan, I am not comfortable with paying 142. I think it's a little high. You can say, okay, well, let's see what I can do. So you can come here. Client is in Georgia. They're not a smoker. You can reduce the plan to 40,000, and you hit submit. And what do you think happens there? It just told you that the plan is 115. Okay, it came down to 115.02. If they tell you that they have a budget, they want it to stay under $100, and you're at 40,000. You can come here and you can do 30,000 and hit submit. There you go. Bam. Now Phoenix can give them that plan for $87.30. Guys, I cannot reiterate this over and over again. I have a lot of access, but right now, when you're starting and you're working with Phoenix, give the client Phoenix. If there's a reason why we can't write Phoenix, or if you feel like something is showing up here that is a better advantage, give the client the premium or whatever you want to do, and reach back to me, and then we'll work it out. So we can write this. We can write this piece of business so everybody can go. Everybody will be happy about that. Okay. So let's go. Fine. So you've quoted them. You've made sure it's within their monthly budget. The next step is to complete an application, which will require either a voice signature or an electronic signature. Now you need to know your stuff. What does Phoenix need? Phoenix only need electronic signature. What does AIG need? AIG only needs voice signature. Of course, AIG is doing right now what we call e-sign, e-signature, which is the same way, like you just ask the client to confirm that they are actually the one buying. You process it. You don't actually need to sign them. It's an what is it, DocuSign process. So it's pretty, you can do it on your own. But if you have any questions, give me a call. We let the client know this will take about 10 to 15 minutes to complete. You get it done, and then that's it, guys. That's it. So this script here is designed to guide you while you're talking to the client. Of course, I want you to feel comfortable. So that's why it's a guide. But I will be listening to your recordings and kind of watch and see how everybody is doing, and then we'll work our way up there. So here is your script 2. This is what we used to do for outbound. So as you can see here, this script here is, I think when me and Opa did it, this is what we were doing for outbound. Okay, outbound meaning we were calling. We used to call people. We used to call clients outbound. We used to say to them, "Hi, man, how are you doing today? I'm a life and health provider with Kaisamba agency that offers insurance benefits in your state. One of our agents may have spoken to you before. I am calling to reconfirm if you're ready to get qualified today. Our guaranteed issue whole life plans are designed to help cover expenses such as medical bills, credit card debt, or funeral costs, and can help protect your loved ones from future financial burden. Between the age of 50 to 85, this is your AIG age. You cannot be turned down regardless of age. So once they start having issues, or they start telling you they're taking 5, 7, 12 different medication. You tell them it's your lucky day. It's your lucky day, Susan. It's it's actually, let me write this down. You tell them it's your lucky day, Susan. It's your lucky day, Susan, because I just found a company that can protect you. Because I just found a company that can protect you. That company is AIG. They've been around for 160 years. Um, it's an A-rated carrier. The you know it does require a 2-year waiting period, which is regularly standard for people with health concerns. The client say yes, and then you go. If you are doing the stuff and you don't know how to quote AIG, this is how you quote AIG. If you're talking to a client, you already know that AIG doesn't go up more than 25,000, and the client is in Georgia. You've submitted it. AIG is not level. You can click here. You go to guaranteed issued. You hit submit. Okay, that's how you get AIG. And as you see here, um, that is your guaranteed issue plan. That is your policy. That is your plan. And that's your baby boy. Guaranteed issue product. And you can write it in 6 minutes. If you need any help, please give me a call. I know that a lot of you guys are new. I'm wishing a lot of success. So I'm hoping that this design here will work best for everybody. And wish you guys the best of luck. Now, again, the new information, when you go to the website, you go here www.kaisamba.com, and this is where you get your premium quotes. You go to more, you go to premium quotes. And if you're an agent with me, you're paying your member fees, and you have access to the stuff. Go ahead and quote your client. You play with the stuff. You can go up to $100,000. If a client wants more than $100,000, you already know you have your Phoenix. Phoenix can go up to 400,000, but this is your final expense clients, and then we go from there. All right. Thank you. Good luck, guys.